Welcome to Project GS. My next bike is the 1100 GS. But I did some filming when I first got it, and I've looked everywhere for the film, and I'm in everywhere and I can't find it. So you come across Project GS when I'm halfway through. So annoying. But hopefully there's still enough to do to make it a worthwhile project. With this bike is not to restore it like I normally do, because this bike came to me with a year's MOT, albeit a bit, yeah, but it was a running, riding machine. But what I wanted to do, I love the GS anyway, because I think the GS is a fantastic bike, but my main aim with this particular GS is to see whether I can turn it into a look-alike for the Motor Guzzi V85 TT. Have a look at the Motor Guzzi V85 TT and you will see the colour scheme is really a nice colour scheme, and it's a very similar bike to the GS. It's got a beak, it's kind of like an adventure style bike. So I decided, get in the 1100 GS and see if I can make it look like the V85. And as you can already see, the rear frame has already been removed and it's already been painted red. I've had the exhaust off and I've completely cleaned the exhaust so that it's a nice chrome part. I've done quite a bit of work in other areas. It's got a brand new Hall effect sensor. I'm going to put a set of Heed engine crash bars on it. A set of Heed engine crash bars on it. It's got a metal tank, which is unusual because these very early ones, this is a very early one, did come originally with the plastic tanks, but somebody in its life must have changed the tank because it is metal. So what I'm going to do with the metal tank, I'm going to try something totally different. I'm going to wrap it. I've already bought a roll of wrap and a squidger, and I've got a heat gun. I have done wrapping before, but only as a beginner, so I'm going to see what it's like. Also, this bike is going to have a set of spats. The eagle-eyed among you can see that this spat is off of an RS, which will fit a GS. So I've already wrapped this, which gives you a little bit of a view into potentially what the colour scheme is going to be. So we'll fit that and have a look. So join with me as we get involved, or I continue to get involved in Project GS. So what does it need? Well, front brakes are seized. Had an MOT like that. Front brakes are crap, so they're going to have to be rebuilt. I'm going to take the calipers apart, rebuild them properly, put them all back together, bleed the system right the way through. The brake system, I can't believe that people don't fix brakes, especially on a motorbike. I'm going to fix them so that all three, two front and rear brake works. Hall effect sensor has been done. the front shock absorber, that looks like it's got a new spring on it, which is nice. I've replaced the throttle bodies, because the throttle bodies were two different types. They did have the 1200GS injector mod, but I reverted back to original 1100GS to start with, and then if I want to go up that way I can later on. The engine, from what I've heard of it, seems to run okay, so I'm not going to do a lot apart from what I've already said. I'm not going to do a lot. Hopefully, shouldn't have to do too much. I don't know about the gearbox. The gearbox is the M93 gearbox on this bike, which is a fabulous box. Lots of people didn't like it, but I did really like it because of the different gearing. So hopefully, when I road test it, the clutch and the gearbox are going to be okay. Otherwise, there's even more work to be done. The rear end, apart from cleaning it, tidying it, and making it look nice, I'm hoping, because I haven't ridden this bike, I'm hoping that everything's okay. The rear frame, as I've said to you earlier, I've painted that red already, so I took that off and painted it red, and I've done quite a bit of fettling just to make sure that everything is as it should be. There isn't any panniers or top box on this bike, and to be perfectly honest, I'll probably put a top box on it and then that'll be it, because this is just going to be a light cruiser type of bike. I'm not going to be touring on it. I've just put a brand new battery on it this week, brand new. The exhaust has all been done, as I said. The rear wheel, I want to clean that up. I'm halfway through cleaning it up. It's coming out quite nice, but my plan is to clean it up and paint the rims gold and paint the hubs gunmetal grey. I think that'll look nice. I would also like I'd like to fit a sump guard, but the heed crash bars, there is one of the brackets there for the heed, might get in the way, so it might mean that the sump guard is not possible with the heeds. I don't know, so hopefully it'll just be a matter of giving it a go. I mean, those sump guards are not cheap, so I don't want to buy one then find I can't fit it, so I might have to look once I've put the heeds back on. The front wheel hasn't been touched, as you can see. The rim is not very nice, as you can see. Look, it's a bit dirty, wants polishing up, wants cleaning. The hub wants cleaning. I'm hoping, I'm pretty close to starting it up. I've put the new battery on. I've got to fit the tank, put some fuel in it, and then run it. If it runs up okay and it doesn't need any sort of major surgery to the engine or whatever, then I can crack on and do all the other things. Once it's riding, that's when you can analyse whether there's anything else needs doing. It's got 81,000 on the clock. Come on a new screen. I've taken the screen off to clean it basically, and a couple of bits. And there's the front beak, which I've already covered in wrap pearlescent white, which is the colour of the 85 TT. But I did this quite a while ago, and I made a complete bollocks of it. Look, fucking shit in it, absolute shit. So I've just ordered, and I've just had delivered a new set of pearlescent white, so I'm going to redo that. Hopefully that's going to look better. The plan is to make this bike pretty and enjoyable. I love the GS. It's a fantastic bike to ride, and yeah, come with me. Let's see what we can do. Project GS.